Hi. Got me working on my speech for tomorrow. I'm a little bit busy, as I already stated. So I'm going to go through this in one fell swoop, and hopefully I don't mess up. If I do, oh well, because I'm just going to keep going. Today being our last day of high school ever. This is crazy because, well, for Sam and Nathan, we've gone to school together since at least first grade. Okay, Sam, I've gone to school with you since kindergarten. Nathan since first grade. George, you moved into our grade, I think, in sixth grade. And Rochelle, you moved here about 3 years ago. So this is weird. This is going to be our last day of high school together ever. But in honoring of going to school here and living in here since, well, I was born here, but going to school here for 13 years, I thought I would kind of reminisce over some of my favorite teachers and the great memories that I have from them. So to first start out, Mr. Jilka. Now, a lot of people hated Mr. Jilka because he yelled a lot, but he is definitely one of my favorite teachers. In the second grade, he kicked all of the boys in our second grade class out, made them sit in a different room, and brought all of the girls in and gave us a 2-hour lecture called The Wrath of Jilka about why forming cliques was bad. He did skits, he gave examples, he yelled at us, some girls cried, and then tell me after that, I'll tell you that after that, Gel Pen Club wasn't such a big deal, so it was good. Less fighting, and I loved him. Next, Mrs. Cannell. One of my fondest memories of Mrs. Cannell's class was a spelling test, because she was our English teacher, and the word was attack, and she always got up in the front of the class and said, A-T-T-A-C-K, attack, attack, attack. And during the spelling test, somebody, I think it might have been Sam, asked, how do you spell attack? And she told us during the test. It was good. Next, Mr. Oki. Mr. Oki was a 6th grade teacher, and he was just funny and awesome, and I just remember building castles in his history class, and we tried to build ours out of sugar cubes, and apparently you don't paint sugar cubes because they melt, so we ended up building our castle several times, but that was fun. Mrs. Melton, oh, she's lovely. She was our 8th grade English teacher, and I just remember that on her pedestal it said that Trent Green is a Greek god, and I will probably never forget that. Bobby Welk. Okay, I've probably taken more classes, spent more time with Mr. Welk than any other teacher. Mr. Welk is frustrating and funny and fun, and he said so many great things, like once when we caught him sitting kind of back like this, his hand kind of just slipped in the rim of his pants to kind of hold it there. He said, don't take a picture of me with my hand down my pants. And then another time, my sister's texting me. Another time, Abby was stripping from her sweatpants down to shorts, and he said, don't take your pants off, or put your pants back on before I get fired. That was a good one. And George, you've already heard these, but these are just great things. Great things with Mr. Welk. He's fun. Next comes Mr. Cannell, and if other people have been paying attention, yes, this is the husband of Mrs. Cannell. Mr. Cannell, being my sophomore and senior English teacher, he reads in the funniest way, and I love, like, excited accent, and we watch Monty Python clips, and he likes Lord of the Rings, great taste in movies, and I will never forget the day that he came running down the hall to tell me about the exciting noise that happened while he was reading The Pearl. That was just a pretty great moment, so thank you, Mr. Cannell, for all the great times in English. Next we have Miss Hill. Oh, Miss Hill. I think I enjoyed Miss Hill a lot because she liked me, and therefore she never got mad at me. But she did get mad at a lot of people, and I really appreciate teachers going off on students when they're not me. And Miss Hill's just fun, and she's smart, and she says things, and she likes swearing in class, so that was fun. Next comes Mr. Rob, who is, like we all say, probably one of the most intelligent people we have ever met. He knows everything. And just a funny thing is, the other day in class, he just started singing Tomorrow, Tomorrow from Annie. And it was just really funny. We're going to have coffee and donuts in there today, I guess. And last, but certainly not least, is Mrs. Mommy Lowen. She's my mom. She's my math teacher, and I hated math, but I had some good times in there, like when she makes pie. Sam and George, you like Sharon's pie. When she took me to the McPherson called math competition, our team won, and that was fun. And I just remember Nathan's dairy. He would write his dairy in that class every day, and it was just pleasant. And I love my mom, and I'm definitely going to miss her. So I'm going to end this here because it's almost 6 minutes. So congratulations, my lovely friends. This is our last day of school, and I'm going to miss you, even though we're going to have some great times this summer. Thanks for everything. Yellow Blue Bus.